on one or two of them, but they don't open them unless they have to. So, and this little lake in front of us, I know it doesn't look like a lake, it looks like a mud hole, but how many have been to a place called the Branson Landing? The Branson Landing? That's the lake that goes in behind the Branson Landing. And I'm going to be down there tomorrow doing tours. So if you want to come down there and ride with Captain Science, it's a different tour. We get on a different lake. I take you different places, tell you different information. Kind of a fun thing to do. So if you had a good time doing this one, maybe you'd like to do that one too tomorrow. And this thing over on the right, this is the fish hatchery.
Down in the meadow is a little bitty fish, swam 3 little fishes and the mama fishy too. Swim, said the mama fishy, swim if you can, and they swam all over the dam. Boop, boop, Betty Bobby, why don't you? Boop, boop, Betty Bobby, why don't you? Boop, boop, Betty Bobby, why don't you? And they swam all over.
Now, do you know what all them people are doing out there? You know what they're looking at? Every one of them little ponds has 5,000 fish in it. Some of them this long, 2 inches, and some of them this long, 10 inches. Now, when they get to be 10 inches long, we put them in the lake, and the fishermen start to catch them. We're done with them. And you know, every one of those people, if you could talk to them, they'd say, thank goodness for Captain Science. Because he told us about coming out here and doing all this stuff for free. Every one of them people rode my duck yesterday. And they're out here just having a good time, you know, no charge. Tell them you rode with me. It's absolutely free. And there's about 25 stuffed animals in there. It really is kind of a neat thing to look at. It's a lot of fun. In fact, those folks, there's Bob right there, Betty. Hey! Hi guys, how you doing? Isn't that a lot of fun? Aren't you glad I told you about it? Yeah, see, they're happy. They are. That's old Bob and Betty right there. I told them about it yesterday. They're out there having a good time right now. And it's free. It's no charge whatsoever. You can't get better than that, can you, Susan? No. That's free. Yeah. By the way, all that stuff right there, that's brown trout. Over on the other side, that's rainbow trout. When they're little, we got to keep them separate because the brown trout, they're pretty aggressive. They chase the rainbow trout around, they eat the tail fins off, and then they die from infection. And I don't mean a few of them, I mean thousands of them. So we got to keep them separate. Now when they get bigger, they get along just fine. And speaking of bigger, that little 22-mile lake, a guy did something in there last year that had never been done before. Set a new state record. He caught a brown trout, 26 pounds, 3 ounces. 26.3. Boy, that was a beautiful fish out there. The rainbow don't get that big. Or at least around here they don't. If you caught a 12-pound rainbow around here, that's a pretty good one. Well, we're going to try to make it up this hill. And coming to a stop, it's going to be a long climb. Here comes the car, so we better wait here a minute. All right, we're going to see if we can get us some help after this second little car goes by. And we're going to climb this hill. There we go. Hang on. Come on, Doug. By the way, over here on the left, if you want to go fly fishing, that's the place to buy your stuff right there. You don't go fly fishing in Table Rock. The water's too hot. It'll kill the trout. 85 degrees. You know what the temperature at Taneycomo is? 48 degrees. Year round. 48 to 50 degrees. But you go fly fishing there for the trout. You don't do that over on the other side though. By the way, anybody having an anniversary this year? Well, good. Because I had one just last month. I'm going to tell you about it. See that little Pepsi-Cola machine over in the corner of the motel? That used to be the whole motel. There was only 5 rooms. It was a fishing lodge. It was a log cabin. 10 years ago, a guy, I thought he was going to tear it down. I'm sure glad he did. But what he did is he put vinyl siding on everything and then added about 30 motel. Well, I'm sure glad he didn't tear it down. That's an old timer. I drove down here from Wichita, Kansas, June 29th. In there at 10:30 at night. We spent 2 days on our honeymoon. 48 years absolutely true. And you know what? I'm the best thing ever happened to that woman. That's absolutely true. And you say the same thing, can't you? Yeah. And you know, everybody takes pictures of their kids. Well, I'm kind of a camera freak, but I take pictures of my princess. And I tell you what, I don't like to brag, but ain't she cute? There's my little princess. When we got married 48 years ago, she's a kitty. Now, over the years, I tell you what, she's aged a little bit. But she looks pretty good right there, she is. So she's a pretty good little girl right there. I'll tell you what, she is. Yeah. I might not live to see my 49th anniversary, I don't know. So, look over at the water tower, 2 miles over. We have a lot of children on board. You need to go over there. It's the College of the Ozarks. Forget about Ohio State. Go over there to the College of the Ozarks. It's a 100-year-old campus, 25 or 30 buildings, beautiful, made out of limestone, dug right out of the hills. 1,500 kids go to school there. Free. No charge. Now, when I say no charge, here's what I mean. You go to school for 4 years, tuition free. You go to school for 4 years, live in their dormitory, using their utilities, their sheets, and their blankets, free. You go to school every semester, take about 18 hours, buy all your books, but they give them to you, free. And then when you get hungry, you go to the cafeteria, you eat all of your meals, but they're free, no charge. Well, when you get done with 4 years, you spend absolutely zero to go to school. Now that's a pretty good deal. So if you get a chance, you ought to go over there. Tell them you rode with Captain Science. They love to have you come in and look around, talk to the kids. It'll be no charge whatsoever just to drive around, walk around on that beautiful 80-acre campus. So if you get a chance, you ought to go over there. Well, Susan, since I solved all your problems for you, and I got your all afternoon planned for you, I think we're just going to sit back and relax. Everybody knows this song. Sing along. Here we go. It's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry. Be happy. Every night we have some trouble. When you worry, you make it rough. Don't worry. Be happy. You know, I'm just kind of cruising up through here, and my mind's kind of wandering, you know, thinking about how hot it is and everything. And Susan, you know, she's a young girl, you know, from Iowa, and I can just visualize Susan over in Jamaica, you know, sitting on the beach under a palm tree. You know, she's got her blue hair just kind of flowing in the air there, and having a good time drinking 7-Ups and just enjoying the sunshine right there in Jamaica. Ain't that right, Susan? Yeah. Now this is a family ride, so that's a 7-Up is what that is right there. So, Susan, I'm going to show you a store that we don't have in Wichita.